Hey guys, welcome back to GP Automotive and Diecast. Today, I'm going to be showing you this 2005 Dodge Ram 1500. And this is the SLT trim of the Dodge Ram. There's a couple trims at the time of this production of this car, which was 2002 to 2008, with a revamp in 2006. A couple little different exterior things like the lights, and some of the interior features and materials were changed back then as well. But from 2002 to 2003, they had a couple different things as well. They had a different steering wheel, and you could get the previous generation V8 engines and other engines that they offered. So this is a 2005, so in 2004 and 2005, this was the same truck. But personally, it was my favorite couple years of this truck, and I just like the design, kind of a Mack truck semi-design look to it. So, this has the 4.7 liter Magnum V8. So, it's also finished off in this gray metallic color, very nice, very sparkly, shiny color. So, we can go ahead and start it up. So this is the SLT, like I mentioned. There was a couple trims of the Ram at this time. There was the ST, the SLT, and you could get the Laramie package, with which you would get the Laramie package with the SLT trim, and then you get the badging and everything. And it was an upgrade with some leather things, leather seats, heated seats, and a couple little wood trim pieces here and there. So just a couple little things that kind of upscale the interior. But this is the SLT, the most common trim of the Dodge Ram, and the quad cab configuration with the 6'4" bed. And SLT was kind of like the more luxury trim with some of your power features with your windows, locks, and mirrors. So we can go ahead my boards and step inside. Nice grab handle right here, and well, start up and see how she runs. Like I said, this is the 4.7 liter Magnum V8, as well as this one has the optional 5-speed automatic transmission. 145,000 miles. Well, 144,733 actually, to be exact. So, let's go ahead and start it up. Just like a new car. So let's go ahead and turn on the lights, as well as the hazards. We'll go ahead and check out the exterior. Door close noise. Very solid. Up front you have some LED, not LED, actually halogens headlights up front. They're incandescent bulbs. Your big chrome Ram grille, which really helps this truck with its kind of Mack truck semi-look design. Definitely one of the, you know, heavy-duty looking trucks of the time period. You could get fog lights, but this one was not optioned with it. That was an option. Of course, you got your chrome bumpers, chrome grille, as well as running boards. And speaking of chrome, here's some of the chrome wheels that you could get, optional. These are the, let's see, Michelin Primacy LTX tires for this truck. Very nice chrome, still shiny, and looks actually basically brand new. Let's see, I believe these are, let's see if we can find the, okay, 245/7. So these are 17-inch wheels with the chrome caps right here. That's real metal. Ram 1500 badge. And of course your optional chrome running boards, which definitely makes it easier to get in and out of. Micro cowl, mirrors, black plastic. If you keep it all, you know, taken care for, clean, and dressed up, they have a tendency to fade, and they actually turn gray, really. But if you keep them well conditioned and stuff, they will stay good looking. Of course, this takes regular unleaded gas. You still actually have a chalk mark from the factory assembly line right there. Pretty neat. Here's your back wheels with your leaf springs. Very classic design. This is a literally no rust truck at all. Not even service rust. It's crazy the condition that this is in. I mean, it's not showroom, if you know what I mean. It's what I call, and I've heard on YouTube and people say it before, but it's driver's quality. It's well taken care of for, garage kept, but it was used. And that's how it should be. A little Ram tow hitch cover, obviously it was aftermarket, but still pretty neat. Rear bumper trim right here, tow hook connections, a little license plate lights here, and a couple little trailer ball mounts if you want to put those there. Excuse me, but of course you got chrome bumpers, real metal, your SLT badge, your Ram badge right here, tailgate, very heavy tailgate. So, you know, I've seen those little tailgate assist shock things, but you know, but this is a, like I said, a used truck. Scratches, but also if you look under this bed, it looks brand new. So it really is a good condition car, but you know, it was used, and it's almost a 20-year-old car now, 19 years old. But it doesn't look it at all. Let's get an exhaust note real quick. Very beefy exhaust, very nice, and rumbly. It has a nice rumble to it. It's factory exhaust. Go side profile. Old school antenna. Pretty quiet, actually. So we can go ahead and, I guess, check out some of the interior features as well. Go ahead and hop on in to these very comfortable velour seats, which you did get, of course, with the SLT package. Go ahead and shut off these lights and the hazards. Go ahead and shut the door and walk you through some of the interior features. Of course, you got your air conditioning here, heater and ventilation, of course, your AC in different zones, AC, heating, and of course you got the standard radio cassette. You could get actually a, or I said cassette, just a CD. You could get an infinity audio system, but this was not optioned with it. But you have the standard one, which I'll actually show you. Let's see if we can. So a decent audio system. It's not great, but what do you expect from a Chrysler product? Daimler Chrysler, of course, partnered with Daimler back then. But door handle down here, speaker grate right here. Of course, you got power windows, automatic for driver's side, works as should. Of course, you got your power or your window lockout right here, your locks, and of course your mirror controls. But that's there. So you have your cargo dome light and your headlight controls right here, your little air vent right here, your parking brake release down there, and actually go ahead and turn that off. There we go. You just pull that and you're done. Pretty, you know, Chrysler steering wheel, very familiar with your cruise control, all your stuff right here. Horn in the middle, and your gauge cluster look. Very simple and basic, but easy to read and, you know, pretty good looking. The dash is actually not cracked on this one, which is very surprising. All of these are cracked and were, you know, cracked to pieces, but, you know, this one's in pretty good condition. So over here you have a little cigarette outlet or power charger outlet right here. And right here you have a little bit of storage. Right here. Well, there's Daimler Chrysler for you. But here's some cup holders. Actually, they're adjustable too, which is pretty neat. And there you go. It's kind of a cool feature that they adjust so you can, you know, adjust the size of cup you want to put in there. But go ahead and shut that up. Everything works and solid as expected, you know, for a truck. But there's a little charger outlet right here. And yes, I'm barefooted. If you're, you know, recognizing that part, but you lock right there. But yeah, so like I said, this has the optional 5-speed automatic transmission with tow haul selection, with low gear selection also. There you go. And you have your tow haul mode right here. But yeah, obviously no backup camera, but what are you expecting? It's an 05, but you know, it's actually pretty easy to see out of this truck, not a bunch of big pillars or anything to obstruct your view or anything. So, you know, it's not a big deal. A little storage right here. Of course, like I said, the AC and stuff actually works pretty good. And these Chrysler products, not, you know, it's not great, definitely not the best, but you know, it's not bad. So, but yeah, mirror up here, big mirror, and the optional overhead center console with your illumination. And this can just tell you some of your, you know, your different information, such as fuel economy, miles, time. See, obviously not great fuel economy, 14 miles a gallon on average, so don't expect too much. The 4.7 was kind of created for a, the 4.7 Magnum was kind of created for a more fuel efficient V8, but it really didn't turn out to be fuel efficient at all, actually. But, you know, what can you do? So yeah, so there's a little, actually I say little, massive center armrest console. There's lots of storage. And of course you have that center seat, which I do like. Some of them actually had a storage pocket in the later model years, but this doesn't. That might have been a new addition in 06 to 08, but not quite sure on that. Of course, very smooth power steering. But yeah. So, like I said, very plush seats. Very nice and comfortable. So, look, I guess we can go ahead and check out the back seats. So let's go ahead and check out the back seats real quick. There's another chalk mark from the factory. Little Easter eggs like that from the factory. I don't really know what they mean, but they're there, and I know that means that it's an original, you know, truck. Down here you got all your brakes and stuff. Trailer brake, of course that was a aftermarket hood release. Parking brake there. Of course you have manual seats, but you know they won't brake. You could get power seats and, you know, upper trims, and if you optioned it, but this one doesn't have it. All your turn signals and everything right here. Windshield wipers. I like how Daimler, Chrysler, and Dodge and Ram have integrated to just one stock with the wipers and lights. It takes a little getting used to, but after you get used to it, it's actually pretty good to use. Final look at the front seats. Let's go ahead and check out the back seats. Quad cab configuration. You could get what they call a mega cab, which kind of was like a bigger crew cab, but like it had a little extra space in the back. Of course, you got power windows back here. Work pretty decently. There's another couple chalk marks from the factory. I'll point all the ones I can see out to y'all, but Nice seats back here. Actually, pretty good space. I'm about 6'2", so that's something to keep in mind. Grab handles and your step to get inside, which is actually pretty easy. And once you're back here, you actually have pretty decent room. I'm sitting behind myself at 6'2", and I have plenty of room back here. Couple cup holders back here. Do have headrest. Of course, all around 3-point harnesses. 2 up front airbags. No side curtain airbags, but that's not crazy for 05. These actually did pretty good in crash test. I believe IIHS did a crash test, and this received a pretty good rating. And the occupants were safe inside. So that's another thing to keep in mind. That's a good thing. No armrest or anything like that. You do have a third-person seat belt, so you can carry 6 people actually. A couple hooks up here, and kind of shut the door and give you a little closer look. Dome light up here. Great headroom. I have lots of headroom, thanks to this little divvy out in the ceiling. These seats are very soft and comfortable as well, and easy to care for because they are velour, not leather or anything like that. So, pretty cool stuff back here. Not too much, like I said, but I'll show you one extra little thing that I couldn't show you. You can fold these seats up and get actually a little more storage. Here's some other floor mats, but little Haynes Dodge repair pickup manual for 02 to 05. And there's your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. This is a 2-wheel drive variant. V6, V8, V10s. Like I said, you could get a V10 in these. Kind of a crazy thing to think about, but you know, Dodge and Chrysler back then, and even today with the last calls of the Chargers and Challengers, they're going all out with all they can, and I really like that. I think that's a pretty cool thing that they're doing. Very solid thunk. So yeah, I already showed you the tailgate, I think, so I guess I'll show you again. But like I said, simple 6'4" bed. Has a couple places where you can put some 2x4s and some wood pieces like that, but you know, good. It's been a good truck, so let's go ahead and shut that again. Very heavy, but yeah. So kind of already showed you that, so let's go ahead and well, I'll show you under the hood first. That's definitely an important part. And this was kind of back when trucks were trucks, and they weren't luxury vehicles like they are now with, you know, the Chevrolet High Country, GMC Denali, what else? The Toyota Tundra, Capstone. They're all beautiful cars, but they're just so expensive, and it's hard to find an affordable truck, especially buying new. You know, trucks are now at least, you know, $40,000, and that's just so expensive. If this gives you any perspective, this was probably only a $26,000 car new. Granted, that was back in 05, so you got to calculate that, but still, I think that's about 20-something thousand. So if you calculate that, I think that would be, it's still less than what a new truck costs. Very loud beast of a 4.7 liter. Of course, this is an all factory stock truck. The fan's running, so it's just a little bit louder. We'll go ahead and actually shut off the AC because we don't need that. That's making it a lot louder, so I'm going to shut off the AC. I forgot to turn that off. There we go. Okay, so then go back over. So yeah. So a little cool feature that or not feature, but thing I saw was, those are actually the chalk marks from the factory. When they were assembling the truck, they put those chalk marks there. I don't really know what they mean, but usual stuff here. These are pretty reliable engines. Now, it's kind of controversial that I'm saying this because a lot of people think they're crap engines, but you know, oh, thank you for shutting up. You know, these were, if you maintain them, they were good engines. If you didn't change the oil every 3,000 to 4,000, or maybe you're pushing it a little bit at 5, but you know, 3, 4, 5,000 miles, you know, you're fine. And obviously people are going to have different experiences, and obviously this one's been pretty good, but you know, each people's going to have their opinion, and that's fine. But my personal opinion is that they're good engines if you take care of them. Now, if you don't, you're going to be going through engines, because these aren't probably as strong or as, what's the word? They take less punishment than, say, the Hemi or any of the diesels that they made back then. But, well, I didn't really make a diesel for the half-ton, but you know what I'm saying. It's, you know, it's kind of a, it couldn't take as much beating as the 5.7, but if you maintain them, and this one was garage kept its whole life and actually changed oil every 2,000 to 3,000 miles, so, you know, if you do that, I think it is a very good engine. And it can be also a bad engine. But that's really for most engines, you know what I'm saying? Very clean under here. Airbox. Fuse relay. I actually put a brand new battery in it recently, but actually surprising. It lasted probably it lasted 6 or 7 years, which is, you know, kind of surprising. Could get a V6 on this, but had the same airbox. But you also could get a Hemi, like I said. But yeah. So if you can find one of these old Magnums that were, you know, well taken care of, you know, and you know, they were loved and they were taken care of, not beaten up, I think you'd be safe. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be fine. If you know, if you maintain them, they'll last. They really will. And this is a testament to what you know, what I was saying. It still is almost like a new car. It's crazy. So I think I showed you everything that I can with this truck. Very, very original truck, and it's just a very nice car. We've owned it for, well, geez, 19 years now, and it's or let's see, 12, 13, 15 years. And it's giving us, me and, you know, everyone, no trouble. So, you know, it's just good. It's a good truck. So if you're in the market for an older 2000s, or, you know, a truck that's going to be reliable, and some of the newer ones kind of sketchy with Chevrolet and GM, you have the, you know, each new truck, kind of newer truck, has its own issues. The Dodge Hemi Tick, you have the lifter issues. Chevrolet, you have the, I think it's called displacement on demand. It's not a great thing, but, you know, I like these older trucks because they seem to be a little more reliable. And I like Ford, I like Chevy. I'm not a Ford guy or a Chevy guy or a Dodge guy. I just like the trucks that are good. Like, they're good, reliable, good looking. I'm not a bias to either one. If it's a good truck, I would like a Chevy. If it's a good truck, I'd like a Ram. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so I guess we'll go ahead and shut it down. And, yeah. Here's your final look. Very rugged and durable design. Of course, all plastics. The plastic fantastic era of the 2000s American cars, as a lot of people do know. But it's durable and easy to clean. And it's lasted quite good over the years. Go ahead and do the outro. Final look. So you just watched an in-depth review of the 2005 Dodge Ram 1500 SLT. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you already haven't subscribed, definitely consider subscribing for more content like this to come with diecast and real cars, more unboxing, hunting videos, and things like that. So Yeah, put in the comments down below what you think about this generation or any generation of Dodge pickups from the time. And yeah, and anything else you'd like to put in the comments. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.